Well, I want to introduce to you a very special person that means a lot to me. I asked to introduce him. I met him so many years ago. I don't even remember how many years ago it was, but probably 2014. So I've known this gentleman for over 10 years. There is an instant likability about this guy. He is from Puerto Rico and he pastors a church over there. And there's a lot of people that I know that are in ministry. There's a lot of people that I know that are pastors, but this guy is the real deal, and he really pastors. And so, I know what that's like pastoring. Any former pastors out there or pastors that have been in ministry, but it's the hardest, most almost non-rewarding job that you'll ever have, because if you really pastor, you're spending time with the sheep, and you're spending time with them in the muck and the counseling till midnight, and then the very lambs that you're feeding grow up and end up biting your hand sometimes, and it's just sometimes a very non-rewarding job. But we do it because we love you, we love the Lord, and ultimately that's why we do it. This gentleman is in the dirt and the muck for decades. He has been doing this. He has really started a movement in one of the very first pastors, I think, in the whole country, the whole state of Puerto Rico. That he was at a mega church as a pastor there, a very large mega church. The Lord opened his eyes to the ancient pathways, and the Lord led him to start his own congregation. And he has discipleship classes and programs, very systematic. You're going to love his message today. Would you please put your hands together for my very close friend, Walter Augusto?
Contain eternal truth of the human race. We have to begin to know what our ashes are made of if we really want to know why we are the way we are. The next one. There are supposed to be no raw, unreconciled emotions buried in your subconscious, just memories of things resolved, things that have made us grow and have taught us some lessons. Since you didn't close the last relationship, this new relationship now is going to be affected because of things you didn't close here. Okay, now let's talk temple talk. Since you think you closed this relationship, but you didn't realize that when at the closing of the day, when you removed the ashes, closing this relationship, you forgot to notice that there was a little bit of fire. A little bit of fire. Get out of my life, but there's a little bit of fire. I don't want to know about you. Really? Yeah. This is the end. Yeah. I'm removing my ashes. I'm going to close. Why? Because the day is starting and I have to bring my daily sacrifices, new cycles, new relations, new things. And I cannot do this properly and depending of God to help me if I have ashes in the altar or removed ashes still with a little bit of fire. Because if I don't take care of these ashes that have then I want to start a relationship that should have a lot of, but this little bit of fire is gonna burn and destroy my new cycle. It's time to know how to start a new day. And how do you start the new day? Alone in the dark with your ashes. And if there's a little bit of fire, that's strange fire. And you have to get rid of it. How? Forgiving yourself, forgiving your wife, forgiving your kids, forgiving. The only fire you need is the fire of the daily service. Is the fire that's burning. And that fire is going to be burning for God's glory and for all of us. That the fire of the Holy Spirit to receive our sacrifices of praise, our obedience. How can you come and start a marriage, start a ministry, start whatever? Don't start anything else. Stop everything. Stop everything. And go back in the dark and check those ashes. You're not going to forget everything in your life. It's going to be in a place of your mind. But don't let it in the place where you do your daily sacrifice. The daily sacrifice, we want the fire of God. And at the end of Sukkot, that you guys, we all can be ready for the pouring of the water. Because that water will come from heaven. And that water will not quench the fire of the Holy Spirit. Are you hearing me? We are people that believe in the fire of the Holy Spirit. And water shuts down fire. What is this? No, you have to understand. The fire of the Holy Spirit is from heaven. And the water is from heaven. We are talking in spiritual language. We need to be on fire, but we need the water, the rain. That is the new blessing for the new cycles of fire of God in our life.